Hey everybody, it's Ryan. Welcome back to How Farms Work. We are headed to the 2K cattle auction today, where I hope to nab up another bull. So those of you who have been watching our channel for a while will know that the fiasco that I dealt with about a year and a half ago, essentially my bull wasn't breeding the cows. He only bred half of them before I assume he got broken somehow. And we checked him. He wasn't capable of breeding, but then in the meantime, he started breeding the cows again. So now I've got quite a spread on the calves. I've been having calves since about February, and according to the vet, according to his predictions, I should finish having calves around the end of summer. So by going and getting another bull, I'm hoping that I have insurance against things like that, where the bull stops breeding. There will be another one there to do his job. Judging from how many were bred this year, the one that I had bought last spring is definitely breeding and definitely doing a good job. I want to have that second bull for insurance. And then I also want it to help narrow up the time frame from when we put the bull in and all the cows get bred. I would like the calves to start being born right about now. So hopefully I can get my herd synced back up again. I've been expanding my herd and having two bulls with now 50 head of cows because I kept back my 10 heifers this spring. I need to have two bulls out there to kind of keep that time frame shorter. So we're going to head to the 2K cattle auction today. Hopefully I can nab up a bull. Last year I spent about $2,900 before any kind of insurance on them, which usually runs like another $150 or so. And we're going to go pick up another bull, bring him back, drop him off with the other bulls over at Rockville. And then when we get back, I'm going to fire up the JCB and we're going to put bales in for the cows. We moved them down into the steer lot. They're still able to get up into the barnyard. That's where we're bedding them down at, to separate from where they're feeding and where they're bedding down, to hopefully, kind of keep the barnyard from getting too muddy, which is the reason why we pushed my steers, which there were only 4 of them, back up into the pole shed with Dad's calves. So we're going to do that when we get back, but hopefully, fingers crossed, we can pick up a bull today. If the price goes much over $3,000, that's usually my cutoff point where it's not worth it. I can find another solution for less than that. So yeah, let's hop in the car. The auction's starting in just under an hour, and it's going to take 30 minutes to get there. So let's head on over. Sorry, buddy, you're staying here today. You got to hold down the fort. There's 2 limiting factors that are keeping me from running more than 50 head of cattle. The first one is infrastructure with what we've got going on down in the barnyard. So out there, the barnyard is open floor. There's no concrete or anything down except for up by the barn, which the barn came down a couple of years ago due to that derecho that we had. And this summer I plan on taking the rest of the barn foundation out because it's slowly just kind of deteriorating, and I'm worried that one of these days it's going to fall down with the cattle in it. And I intend on taking it down this summer so that doesn't happen. So I need to figure out what I'm going to do infrastructure-wise to be able to fit more cattle on that farm. And I'd like to put up a new building eventually, but I'm hoping to see what kind of foundation, what kind of floor is in that barn. I think it's cemented. So I'm hoping I can tear out that barn and then use that cement foundation to put bales on to keep the cows more out of the mud, which is the reason why we kicked them down into the steer lot, because it's just way too muddy in there for them. We've had a particularly wet spring. It's rained, followed by freezing, followed by snow, which then melted, and then it would dry up just enough to where we could start doing stuff like fixing fence. It just got to right there, and then we started getting the same thing all over again. Rain followed by freezing, followed by snow, and it's actually kept us from going out and fixing fence pretty late this year, which we haven't done any of yet. So once it starts warming up here, today is actually supposed to get up to 62. We're sitting at 55 right now, and then tomorrow's high, the last I checked, was supposed to be 68, which is the warmest day we've had so far this year. Feed is a huge limiting factor, but I'm hoping that after this summer I'll kind of have that resolved for a while, and it'll give me more time to figure out how I'm going to seed stuff down or where I'm going to be sourcing my feed from for my cows. We're about 25 minutes away from the sales barn, but I'm just kind of hoping to fly in there kind of low and under the radar, and just kind of see what everything's going to be going for. Usually this auction is particularly busy. It seems like the sales barn is always usually full during this auction. I don't know if that's just because it's on the weekend. It's on a Sunday where people will go and watch. One thing I noticed is that there are a lot of people in there that write the sales price down for everything that goes up for sale, which I don't know why they do it, but I find it interesting. Fingers crossed. treat it like a 4x4. Sure is quiet out here. We got 20 minutes yet. This place is banging. I need to go in and grab a number.
One, two. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll move forward here. Obviously, we'd like to say good afternoon to each and every one of you here, and welcome to 2K Cattle Enterprises 24th consecutive Angus bull sale and female sale on what is an absolutely gorgeous, beautiful spring day right here. And more importantly, you've got the opportunity to buy an outstanding set of bulls and females right here.
These are alternative bull. We're really proud of this bull. This bull is pretty solid across the board. A lot of cavities, with a lot of power bull. You can use them either way you like to. Go ahead, Tony.
You betcha. What a way to start the 2022 edition of 2K Cattle Enterprises, your lead-off individual in the catalog, and rightfully so. There is one good dude. He's lot number one right here. He checks the boxes in a lot of different ways. But ladies and gentlemen, let's give this great family program a good auction sale here today. Without further ado, your auction is on lot number one. Yes, sir. Right here. Buddy, good here. Now the dollars on me. They get 10,000 on a bill. Here we go. 2,500, 3,000. You 3,500. Forward on me. Here to Bonnie Mile. 4,000. 45. 5,000. 55. Here now, but 6,000. 5. Here 7. Only married to Bonnie Mile. 7. 5. Here 8,000 on it. And 5. And 9. Here 9,000. 5. Here 10 on the bill. Now 5. Here 10,000. $500 on it. 11,000. Here 11. Here now 5. Out of it. 12,000. $500 on it. Here 12. 5. Here 15. And 5. Here 14,000. Here 15,000. Here Bonnie Mile. 15,000. 15 on him, again, 15,000 on him, Bonnie Mile, 15,000. Got a couple people on the telephone here. We'll try to give you ample time, but we want to move right along. It'll be 14.5 on the roof. It'll be 14.5 on the phone. 14's bid, 14.5. Bid 14 here, did it get $500 on him, Bonnie Mile, 5, and now 15,000. Bid 15,000 on him, Bonnie Mile, 5, did it get 15.5. Bid 15 here, did it get 500 outside it goes, y'all in, y'all through. Bid 15 here, did it get 5 on him, Bonnie Mile, 5, sitting overnight. Sold a good bull. 15,000 buys him. 15,000.
750.
750. Thank you. Appreciate it. Now then, focus your attention on lot two, Kevin.
Okay, we got lot two coming in. Another paternal brother to the bull. This is a bull that I really like. Lots of substance and power in this bull. I think this is a really good prospect.
Yes, he is, isn't he? I like him. Stars all the way around. Lot number 2. Have a look at him. Have a look at him. Have a look at him. 10,000 on him. 83,000. 4,500. 5,000. 55. Out of the 5,500. On the air to Bonnie Mile. 55. 5,500. 5,500. 6,000. And now 6,000. 5, 16, 5, 16, 500. 5, 7, 7,000. And now 7 here, 2.5. 250, 70, 250. This is that fire now, 2.5 only man to Bonnie Mile, 7,000, 250. Here we go now, here, now 5, 70, 500. 275, out of it, 5, 2.5, 500, only now 8,000. Now going to be 8,000. 7.5, 8,000. 8,000 out of there, Bonnie Mile, 8,000 out of Bonnie Mile, 750 on the internet. Got 75 with Mike Sorensen. 77, 50. Here we go, 75 out of the 7.5 on him and 9. So about 7,500, Mike, 7,500. You bet, he's lot number 29. 29 is a little bit. All right, here we go. Him here. Just here, right there. Here, another $1 share. They get 3,000 on a bow. And down 2.5 here. And down 5. They get 35. Here, out of 35. They get 5. And 3,500 here. They get $500 on him. Bonnie Mile, 35. 35 here. They get $500 on him. Bonnie Mile, 35. And now 7.5. And now 4,000. And now 4 on him. Here again. They get 4,000. Now they're Bonnie Mile, 4 here. They get 4,000 on him here. Get 4 there to Bonnie Mile, 4 here. I put you in a 7.5 case. He's all right. I have 3,500 with Mike Sorensen's gentlemen. It's going to be 3,750. I have 35 here. It's going to be 37.5. 35, 37.50. 35 on 7.5 here. Did he give it 7.5? And now 4,000. Outside he goes here. Did he give it 4? Don't even Bonnie Mile, 4. Mike's in the lead at 7.5. Did he get $4,000 on him? Now but up at 4.5. Now 250. 42.5. 42.5. 4 here. 2.5. Did he get 250? 7 no, but Now 5, 45, 45, now 7.5, now 750, and 45, 7.5, 45, 7.5, set now the 9, sold it 4,500, Casey, 4,500, half a dollar, don't even get 50, 250, honey, midnight, sold about 5,000, Casey. 310, thank you, 310. All right, you betcha. Lot number 28 right there. A little extra stretch again. 28's a herb. Hey, 3,000. 9,000. Jerry Bonnie Midnight. So look, right there, 8,500 buys you 85 here. This bull checks a lot of boxes. Yes, sir. Come back here. Come back there. Let me get $3,000. 3,000. And now 2.5. And now 5 and above. 30. Come back. 35 and 5. Let me get 500. 35. Lot 6 is below the buy. 35. 35, only ready to go. 35, 35 up there, now 5, now 7.5. It's 7.5, let me get 7.5, now 4,000. Now 4, only merit money, now 4 here. 4,000, now only merit money, now 4 here. Big right here, 4, going to be 37.50. Got 3,500 in the top there. It'll be 37.50. 35, 37.5 on it. Now 4,000. Now 4, only merit to go. 4,000, now you're money, now 4,000 now there's Jerry Bonnie. I sold him at 3,750. 7 half of a money, now 35, 7 half of a here. Y'all done it now. At 35, 37.50. Outside the guns down, half of a 5, and then you get 7 half of a dollar, only merit money, now 7 half, and you get 3,750. So about 3,500, 3,500.
Okay, that one, lot 31, another way to do this.
31's a her book. Yes, sir. Right here we go down there. 3,000 on them. 31's a little by 3, 2.5 on you. Now 5. 35 on them. 35 above. 3,500. Here we go. 2,500 on you. 25, 7.5. And now 4,000. You didn't make it back. Gotta be 3,000 above. 3,000. And now 2.5. 2.5. And now 5, and now 35, and now 7.5. I think it's 7.50. Only merit money, now 7.5. Down through 35, 37.5. Only now 3,750. I sold him 3,500, 3,500.
Lot number 30, another moderate group bull, resilience, ready to go to work for you. Another big top for you. I don't like that.
Hey, you betcha. He's lot number 30. All right, have a damn. Here we go. Here we go. 3,000 off. And now 2.5. And now 5. And we get $3,500. 35 above. And 3,500. Here we get $500. 35, 30 money. And 35 so $7.5, 7.50. And 35, 7.5 money. Hands up, you want it now. 35, 30, 7.50. Here we go. 35 on the 7.5. 3,750. 3,500, Casey. 3,500. 9:30, thank you. 45
We just got out of the 2K cattle auction. I got lot number 30 for $3,500, which is $500 over budget. But I saw that one and I liked him, so I was willing to go up to that. And his birth weight was 78 pounds. You can see the rest of his stats there. And he's a heifer bull. And they put out these sheets after I had gone through with their scrotal circumferences and weights. So his weight was 1,335 pounds, and his scrotal circumference was 33 inches. Assume it's in inches. I'm pretty satisfied with what I walked away with. Like I said, I like the look of him and everything, so hopefully he does a good job. So I'll be dumping him out with the other one and all the cows. I'm trying to decide on the dates right now. I'm thinking maybe July 1st or around July 1st, as early as June 1st, just to get that 10-month range, which if I put them out in July, the calves will be birthing in May, but I'd like to aim for April 1st, which is about this time next year. So I texted Travis, and we were talking yesterday about whether or not I should hook my truck up and bring the trailer up, and the last time I did that, I think I didn't get a bull. And then it seems like if I don't hook the trailer up, I walk away with the bull. So I wanted a bull, so him and I both were just like, if I get one, then he could just hook up to the trailer with his truck and come up here. Saves me the time of having to run back and hook up to the trailer and go back home and drop him off. But he should be pulling in any moment now, because I texted him the second I won that one. So I don't know, I think I'll be pretty happy with him. I only got recognized twice, or 3 times. It was at least 3. So Hannah and I were out and about the other day, and one thing I always like to tell people is, like, if you see me, you know, you can come up to me and say hi. One thing that always throws me off is whenever people like wave at me, because I never think that they're waving to me. I always like look behind me like, you waving to me? And then I'll just kind of give an awkward wave back. I always tell people, if you see me and want to say hi, just come up to me and say hi. I usually don't bite, usually.
That's this guy just told me. He said that they went, average was between 5 and the highest was what, 15 thou?
Hey, come on. Come on, buddy. Come on. Hey, come on. Get up. Come on.
Get. Come on. I know you want to.
All right, we good? Go. Good. We just had a ton of rain dropped on us, but I need to get the cows fed. So this is going to be pretty muddy, pretty bad. Might struggle a little bit. This is the wettest it's been all spring. So it could be pretty interesting. But I'm about to show you guys how I feed cows when I'm by myself. Let's get started. The new bull seems to be getting along pretty well with the other 3 bulls that we had in the barnyard at Rockville. So I'll do some thinking, decide when I want to drop him in with the other bull out in the pasture with the cows when I want them to start breeding again. And hopefully we can get that range where they're calving tightened up a little bit here over the next 2 years. So that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to check out all of our other videos. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. All how farms work. And with that, I'll see you next time.